we always struggle to analyze large amount of data. So I will be telling you how we will be able to analyze large amount of data in less than 5 minutes. Yes, we can do it with Pandas Profiling. What are the software required? We need to install Anaconda. So Anaconda is freely available to download and install in your computer. And we need to write only very few lines of code in Jupyter Notebook to get the data analyzed. So once the navigator is opened, I can go to Jupyter Notebook. So you can open a new Python 3 notebook. So once it is opened, we can do a small program. So these are the commands required. So after entering the commands, you can press Shift plus Enter key to run it. So Pandas NumPy are imported and the profiling is getting done. Okay, now our Python notebook is ready to accept variable and we can start making the profile. So these lines you can use always constant irrespective of your data. Now I am going to load the data. So I have saved the data in one location. So this is a Excel file. So I want to upload this data first. So I will be using the read command for Excel. So this command pd.read_Excel, this will read the Excel file. I have saved the Excel file at a given location. You can change the location according to where your Excel file is saved. The only thing you have to note is you should use the backslash instead of front slash. If you use front slash, it may lead to error. So remember to use backslash. So once I entered the command, you can again press Shift Enter to run the corresponding cell. Now the data is read and stored to a variable called data. So this is a data frame variable. I can start making the Pandas profile. So before doing the profiling, I just want to see what is the file containing to have a quick review. It tells you that the data frame, it is of class Pandas data frame and it has 511 rows with index 0 to 510 and it has 15 columns, so 15 different columns. So these are the values and each of the variable location is object, crim is float, etc. So I will show you the Excel file. So this is the data file. So you can see the various columns are location, crim, zn, index, etc. So each row has variables or values inside it. So you can see location is character, whereas all other columns has numerical values inside it and some values are missing. There is no value entered here. So likewise you have the data frame, the data in Excel. It's clear that it is very difficult to analyze the data because the values are spread across. Now we will go to the profiling and understand how easily we can get the analysis done. Now we enter just 2 lines to get the analysis done by means of a profile report. So first line is profile. So we are generating Pandas profiling report based on the given data, which is already we stored as a data frame. So you remember data is our variable data frame stored. So it is converted to a report profile. Now I am going to save it as a HTML file. So again you can specify the location where you want. If you are not specifying the location, it will go to the default directory of your pandas. So just to avoid confusion, you give a path where you can look for the summary report. I run the cell by pressing Shift Enter. So you can see that the profile report is being generated. It may take a while to get the final profile report done. Now I have given the location to save here, PC, D and YouTube channel. So here no profile report is available. So let us wait for the profile report to be generated. Now we have generated the profile report. Now we can go to the corresponding location. We will see the summary report has been saved. So we can open this. So this will be open in your browser window. So this gives you the summary. So this gives you an overall picture of the data what you have given. So number of variables are 15. So that means there is a total of 15 columns in our Excel sheet and 511 observation and 5 cells has missing values. There is no duplicate rows. That is all elements are same. No row is duplicated. And what is the size of memory? Variable type. Numerical has 13 out of this 15 variable. 13 are numerical type. One is Boolean type. So Boolean means yes or no or 0 or 1. And one is categorical in nature. Now it gives a brief analysis of each variable. For example, location. So our data is spread across different countries. USA has 253 entries or 253 rows are starting with the location corresponding to USA. USA, UK, Canada, India, Australia are the categories. Now comes the numerical category. So here you can see there are 6 distinct type of locations, no missing value. Now coming to the numerical values, there is 509 distinct values, no missing value. And here it gives you an overall idea how, because it is a numerical number. So what is the mean value of that? What is the minimum value? What is the maximum value? How many values are 0? And this gives an overall plot of the value. So you can easily say that most of the values are below 20 and there are some values till 88. So they are the outliers of the data. Same way all other variables are described. So you can see for ZN there are 377 zeros. So this shows some warning to you. So this warning is about zeros. So there is 377 zeros in your data. So you can verify in your data sets whether it has to be treated separately. So this gives you an overall picture about these variables. So same way you can go through other variables. You get brief statistics on variables. Now the CHAS is Boolean type of value. So it has only 0 and 1. So 476 are 0 and 1 correspond to 35 different rows as 1. Now this shows a brief interaction as a graph. So you can see the relation. Suppose I want to see the relationship between CRIM and age. So you can select that. So this graph shows you what is the age. So CRIM. So CRIM is in x-axis versus age. If you want to get in the reverse, you can select age here and CRIM here. So age versus CRIM you will get. So accordingly, whatever graph you want to get, you can quickly have a look here. Now this shows the correlations So correlation -1 is correlated in negative direction, and the correlation coefficient is 1, and correlation coefficient +1 is it is positive correlated and is +1. It is mean by the color coding. So you can see dark blue correspond to a correlation of 1. All these diagonals are highly correlated because it is correlation of C-rim with C-rim. So if you look at any of this, you will find, for example, if I take the darkest blue color, so here, so tags and RAD, so these two are highly correlated in positive direction. That is, the higher the value of RAD, higher the tags. In the same way, I can get for the lower scale -1 age with DIS. So this variable is having high negative correlation. So that means when age is high, DIS is very low. So that stands for the negative correlation. So similarly, you can infer from other variables as well. Now this shows some missing values. So what are the missing values for each of the category? You will see that location has 511 values, C-rim has 511 values. So all these are 511 values. So only RM is different. That means RM only 506 values are there. So 5 values are missing for the variable RM, whereas all other variables there is no missing value. So this shows a typical rows, first 10 rows and the last 10 rows in your data. So this Pandas profiling gives you a brief and quick overview of what is in the data. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, share this channel.